And the dry weather conditions in recent months have caused water levels at our local reservoirs to be much lower than normal.
Yes, several viewers have reached out with concerns on the water levels, particularly when it comes to Boone Lake. News Channel 11's Ethan Offit is there as he speaks with those who live and work around the water. Ethan?
Yes, Sarah, Casey, here at Rockingham Marina, the lower water levels on Boone Lake are very noticeable. I want to point your attention to this wall here to my left, y'all's right. And as you could see, that top part is the darker color of the wall. That's where the sun is always above water level, excuse me. And the lighter part of that wall, that's where the water normally comes up to. That's about 6 to 7 feet above where the water is sitting at right now. And if we pan over to the left here at one of the homes, you can also see the dock here to where it's empty right now because boats here all along Boone Lake are not able to get up onto their platforms and be docked on rivers or lakeside rather. And so with this drastic change, residents around Boone Lake are forming a coalition to ask the TVA to make changes to the water levels.
You know, the Boone Lake level is very important to a lot of people around Boone Lake and the whole community. A lot of people use Boone Lake, and you know, the residents and the safety of Boone Lake is the main thing we're interested in.
With several new hazards now appearing across Boone Lake, such as sandbars and rocks, residents are asking the TVA to take water from other lakes to help bring levels back up.
Now, it's very clear to us that TVA could choose to lower the lake level of Watauga just a couple of feet, let's say 3 or 4 feet. That would result in at least a 6-foot change in Boone Lake.
The TVA says with the current drought conditions and little rainfall in the area, there isn't enough room to pull from other lakes.
Boone's watershed has just not received as much rainfall as the others, so with it's just right now we are seeing areas that aren't receiving, you know, it's just hit or miss who's getting the rain showers.
The lower levels aren't only affecting residents, but they are affecting businesses as well, like the Rockingham Marina.
Typically this time of year we're at full summer pool. And we thought the challenge for 2026 was going to be the price of fuel. But what we're finding is now that the lake level's not up, we're not getting the customers from outside the marina. So residential customers are not able to access their boats, and so the traffic is down quite a bit.
And so, Sarah, Casey, the TVA does encourage boaters to drive slower and be safer and more mindful with the lower water levels and more hazards like the sandbars and more rocks popping up out of the water. Earlier, I also observed different buoys laying down on these rock beds, making it harder for boaters at night to see exactly where these shallow depths are. Now, the TVA does say they will continue releasing the minimum amount of water out of these watersheds into the lake, but until there is a drastic amount of rainfall, there's nothing that they say there's really nothing they can do on that end. So reporting live on Boone Lake, Ethan Offit, News Channel 11.